Hello everyone, I am Sharpedo43 once again, bringing you all another Wi-Fi battle. OU battle once again. As you can see, my opponent for this battle is going to be Soulfire, the one who was actually my first opponent for my first Wi-Fi battle, basically, in Ultra Sun and Moon, basically. And yeah, we decided to do another OU battle. He went back to streaming again, so I was like, hey, I gotta get a battle with this guy once again. It's been a while since I battled him as well, so I figure, yeah, let's battle him now. Because I usually like to battle my opponents in a sporadic manner, so that way I can show different faces every time I'm posting battles and whatnot. But yeah, he was finally streaming again, so I was like, yeah, this is the time for me to actually get a battle with him. And yeah, I challenged him to OU battles because that's pretty much all he does for right now, at least. And I wanted to try out this pincer team once again, cause I mean, I don't know, this team, I don't know, it's very like it seems like it's designed to be one dimensional. You're gonna see in this battle right here, right now, against Soulfire. His team, believe it or not, it's actually really threatening. You're gonna see right now how that's the case. Actually, it's very threatening. According to him, he supposedly randomly made it, but it's still very threatening. You're gonna once again find out how that's the case. He's gonna lead off with Swampert. I'm gonna lead off with Tapu Koko. Unfortunately, this lead was too obvious, and he seemed to predict that as well. So I was like, okay. First of all, I'm gonna stay in right here, first turn, because I do think he's gonna either switch out because A, he's afraid of Grass Knot, or 2, he probably just wants to get rocks up. But he actually ended up going for rocks, so he probably figured I wouldn't carry Grass Knot, honestly. So I was like, damn it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here now is actually go for a double switch, or not double switch. I'm just gonna hard switch out and go into Gladios. Reason why I did this was because he got the rocks up, and I do want to get them out as soon as possible with the Latios here. And after that, I wanted to go for I also didn't want to take an Earthquake from the Swampert on the off chance he decides to go for that after I went for, what's it called, and not to mention, if he switches out, he most likely can go into Scizor to resist the Dazzling Gleam. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna stay in here, obviously. So I'm gonna hard switch into Latios. As you can see, he goes into Zapdos, so he double switched into Zapdos here. And I just went for Defog just to get rid of the rocks as soon as possible, because I am going to be switching out a lot, and I do not want to be taking Stealth Rock damage from his Stealth Rocks, basically. Jeez, I can't talk. But anyways, I'm going to go for the Recover here to maintain this Latios as healthy as possible, because, you know, I don't want to lose this thing, because this is my only Defogger. I go into Landorus-T here. I was anticipating the Stealth Rocks, which is why I switched this thing in. And then here, the reason why I hard switched into Landorus too was not only so I can get my rocks up, but also so I can go for the U-turn and get rid of that air balloon that he has on the Heatran that's preventing me from going for the EQ straight up. But like I said, he got his rocks up, so I want to get my rocks up as well. Because if he's gonna have his rocks up, I need to have mine as well. Because if he like I said, if he forces me to switch out a lot of times, I'm going to get punished multiple times. And if he starts switching out and has no rocks on his side of the field, he's not going to get punished whatsoever. And therefore, I'm going to be at a disadvantage. So, I don't want that, obviously. So, here I'm going to go for the U-turn. His Heatran outspeeds me, which is actually good to know, because now I can actually get a slow pivot into something that I want, basically. And here, what I'm going to do is go into Tapu Koko. The reason why was because I kind of wanted to force him to switch out. So, I went for a Volt Switch on the off chance he doesn't switch out. He can easily switch into Swampert or Zygarde here, but he actually doesn't. He actually stays in and takes a freaking Specs Volt Switch here. So I was like, damn. Look how much damage that did. Did quite an amount, which is actually really good for me. Now here I go into Latios, and I didn't want to reveal this just yet, because, I mean, I figured this would be necessary for him to... I thought it was important for me to like not reveal it yet, but I kind of felt like I had to here, so I just went for the Earthquake on this Heatran, basically. And I do get to take out this Heatran, which is good, but now he knows I have Earthquake, so now I mean, I don't know. He'll probably know that I don't have Psyshock on this thing, because I don't have Psyshock on this Latios, because I don't know why they didn't put Psyshock on this Latios, but it doesn't have it. And now here he's going to go into what is probably one of his biggest threats in this entire team, and that is this Mega Pidgeot. This Mega Pidgeot can hit literally anything on my team super hard. Tapu Koko, it gets Heat Waved. Everything else just gets straight up Hurricane, so I didn't want to switch out right here and actually lose something because of it. So here I'm going to lose Latios, and here I'm going to go into Tapu Koko once again. This Okay, here I definitely tried to scare him into going for Volt Switch, but he actually surprisingly stays in, which is like holy cranberries. He actually stayed in. He probably thought I was going to try to go for the Dazzling thing here, because I was afraid of him switching into the Swampert or the Zygarde, but I just felt like I had to risk it for the biscuit here and actually go for Volt Switch. He thankfully stayed in. I'm glad I did not misplay right there, because I'm going to explain at the end of this battle how his team is actually a big threat if what you're seeing right now isn't explaining anything. But yeah, here I'm going to go into Landorus. Like, I had a hard time deciding what I should send out now that he has the switch advantage. And I just decided to send in Landorus, hoping I can get the Intimidate off. But as you can see, it didn't even get the Intimidate off on the Zygarde like I was hoping. So I was like, what the... I don't know how the mechanics of the Intimidate work when it comes to switching in 2 mons, but he didn't get it right there, and I was like, oh, well, whatever. So here I just decided to stay in because I do not want to risk this thing going for Dragon Dances or something. So I just decided to go for Hidden Power Ice. He does go for 1,000 arrows, takes out my Landorus-T. I go into Frothorn here, as you can see. And now he's going to go into Zapdos, which, yeah, I can't stay in on this thing, obviously, because this thing has Heat Wave and can really put a dent on my team. Because if you look at my team, I don't have any switch-ins for freaking Heat Wave, honestly. That's actually the scary thing. The only thing I had that can switch in a Heat Wave was Latios, and I just lost it right now due to Mega Pidgeot and whatnot. Here I went for Leech Seed on the switch into Zapdos because I felt like it was necessary for me to go for that. I wanted to get some spikes up as well, but looking at his team, it didn't seem like he gets affected much by the spikes. And I felt like keeping my Pokemon as healthy as possible due to these rocks was more important, so I was like, yeah, let's go for Leech Seed instead. If he stays in, anything I switch in that takes rocks damage is going to kind of recover it a bit via the Leech Seed, if he happens to stay in, that is. So, yeah, here he's going to go for Defog. This was a risky play because he could have easily gone for Heat Wave here. I went into Tapu Koko knowing this, and I just figured, yeah, I kind of had to go into it because if I don't, he's just going to sit around here, and I don't have Toxic on any of these mons, so yeah, I'm kind of just like forced to, I'm forced to attack him or do something basically. But I just did not want him to sit around here doing nothing. So, yeah. Here I went for a Thunderbolt, I think. And he actually switched into Swampert this time, so I was like, damn it. Okay. So now what I'm going to do now is Hard Switch because I'm locked in the Thunderbolt. I'm going to go straight into Pinsir, which was risky because he could have easily gone for Scald here just to get damage. If he went for Earthquake, I resist it. But there's also the chance he wants to get his rocks back up, which he did, as you can see here. And now here, this is actually good for me because now I don't have to worry about this Pinsir taking any rocks damage. Now what I'm going to do here with this Pinsir is actually Mega Evolve instantly and go straight for the Swords Dance. I think here he makes a misplay and goes into Zapdos. Now this is really bad for him because I honestly thought he was just going to go straight for the Scald, honestly, and try to get the burn. But he actually just switches into Zapdos and I get a free Swords Dance right here as a result. Now, here, I didn't think that this return was going to KO it because you know that most Zapdoses are usually defensive and they can take hits for days. So I went for the return here and I was like, okay, if I can 2-hit KO this thing, that would be nice because I do need to get rid of this Zapdos to have any chance of winning this battle. And as you can see, I actually one-shot it, so that was like, wow, really? According to Soulfire, that Zapdos was Spadef invested, which is why I didn't take it very well, so I was like, oh, okay, that figures, because honestly, how on earth is this going to be able to take it straight up one shot? I don't know. But anyways, here he goes in the Pinsir, goes for Bullet Punch, does a lot. That kind of confirms that it's probably Choice Banded. And I'm just going to go for Return and take out the Circumciser, which is crazy. Now here he's going to go into Hubeian, which is the Zygarde. And he's going to go for E-Speed. Now here I thought I was going to lose Pinsir here just because I kind of was thinking that if this is not a Dragon Dancing Zygarde, it's probably a Choice Banded one. So here he goes for E-Speed. And looking at the damage, I don't think that's Choice Banded in all honesty. It's possible that it was in fact a Dragon Dancing set, or maybe a defensive coiling set, I don't know. But bottom line was that I managed to take out this Zygarde in one shot as well with Pinsir, and then he goes into Swampert. And I was thinking it'd be defensive, so maybe this thing would live it, right? Nope, it does not. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. This Pinsir, once again, just freaking putting in like the finest of work, which is really ridiculous. But yeah, good game to Soulfire in that battle. Okay, yeah, I know what you people are thinking. Another sweep. Okay, let me explain this real quick. This team, I don't know what's up with this team, honestly. But this team, oh, it seems to just be designed for sweeping, like strictly for sweeping, honestly. Like I can't seem to make this, and I can't seem to get any battle that's close with this team, honestly. Because look, I've had a total of 4 battles with this team before I battled Soulfire. The first battle I got straight up 5-0'd because somebody actually had an answer to my team, and it was a fire type Pokemon basically. And then the second, or the next 2 battles, well, the second battle was obviously the battle I had with Free Spirit 87. You guys already saw that battle. I already explained my reasons for showing that battle as well. And then the 2 battles that followed after that, those 2, both of the people that I faced ended up running from the battle because they knew they were going to get wrecked anyway. So I was like, okay. And so I figured, okay, I'm sick of all these people like just not giving me the chance to show something with this team. So I decided to face Soulfire here, because he was streaming battles once again. So I was like, okay, I wasn't going to use this team again. I was actually going to use a different team. And when he said that he was going to make a random team for like to battle me with, I was actually kind of scared because I didn't know what exactly he wanted to bring, honestly. But I kind of was like, you know what? If he's gonna make a random team, why don't I stick to my gut and actually use the same team that I used in the past, that he's seen on my channel already. So that way he doesn't think I'm trying to counter team him. Based on what he makes, if he even showed what he did, because I honestly didn't look at the stream, honestly, because every time I battle a streamer I usually just mute the stream so that I know for a fact that I'm not stream sniping or even counter teaming, whatever. So I used this team once again, and as you can see, the battle ended up just like just about like the other ones. Actually, not gonna lie, this was actually the closest battle that I've had with this team, just because the rest of the battles, they were mostly 5-0s, honestly. So this one was just a straight up 4-0, and yeah, it's a 4-0, sure, but this guy also had an advantage because he had 3 Pokemon with potential fire type moves that were powerful. He has Heatran, which can have either Lava Plume or Magma Storm, and that's stab. He has Zapdos, which even defensive can still put in a lot of damage on my offensive mons via Heat Wave, and so can Mega Pidgeot, which is straight up offensive, has Heat Wave, has Hurricane, and not a whole lot of my team switches into that. So like, and he had Swampert, which shuts down my Magnezone, which is why you didn't see it come out whatsoever in this battle, because that Swampert really had my Magnezone scared. So yeah, he did have it. He may have made a random team, but he made a really good one that actually threatened this team that I was using against him. In fact, had I lost Pinsir right here, this sweep wouldn't have been even possible, honestly. In fact, I was afraid all this time that I was going to lose Mega Pinsir because he kept getting his rocks up. In fact, he had 2 mons with Stealth Rocks, which was crazy. And I was like, okay, how am I going to get around this? Like, my Pinsir almost couldn't come out because of that. It wasn't until I decided to hard switch it in on the attempt at Stealth Rocking again that I was able to get that Swords Dance and bring everything back. I don't think I was in a deficit per se, but I definitely was in a tight situation because I felt that if I lose one key Pokemon on my team, I was just going to straight up lose. So this battle kind of felt like a do or die kind of battle. I either get something going or I don't. So, and that's kind of been the history of all the battles that I've had with this team. So, yeah. I just thought I'd mention that, honestly, just because I don't want you guys to think that I'm just posting sweeps. So no, that's not how I like to do the things. If I post a battle like this, it's for a reason, and as you can see, it definitely, it was quite telling in my opinion. Because not only does Pinsir put in the finest of work once again, Soulfire said that this team that he made was actually, like, he made it on a whim. Like, he made it on the fly, not on a whim. He made it on a fly, basically. And as a result, I was thinking that maybe this team can actually do something. But it was, the team that he brought was actually threatening nonetheless, because he had a lot of things that answered my team. And it only took a matter of outplaying him just to actually get around his team. Which is why I found this battle rather impressionable, because I actually managed to outplay Soulfire, who is actually a really, really good battler. And if you guys don't believe me on that, why don't you guys go check him out on his stream on Twitch and battle him yourself and tell me if you guys think that he's just a slouch. He's not. In fact, the first battle that I showcased in my channel pretty much speaks for itself. He's gotten the better out of me, and this was when I made a random team. So, you know, I can't just sleep on Soulfire by any stretch of the imagination. That was a mistake I made when I first battled Soulfire. I should have made a good team when I first battled him, but I didn't. This is not my team, but it's a good team, I figure, and I just decided to try it, and look at the results I got right now. It's crazy. But anyways, I think I've talked way too much now, but I felt like because of the outcome of this battle, I felt like I had some sort of explaining to do, so there you have it. Thank you all for watching nonetheless. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below if you guys want to. I'll catch you guys in the next battle.